What up, y'all? So a couple days ago, I did a video entitled ICP versus Twisted, talking about who I'd rather go see in concert. And in the video, I made a remark stating that the song Marsh Lagoon by Twisted featuring Violent J was in my top 5 favorite all-time Psychopathic songs. When I did that video, I kind of just threw that out there. I didn't really put much thought into it. Well, I had a viewer who commented saying that I should do a top 5 Psychopathic song list. So I thought about it, and I did put more thought into it. And the more I thought about it, really Marsh Lagoon probably isn't going to be in my top 5. A lot of ICP songs will make up the top 5 favorite Psychopathic songs. So I did a little more thinking, and instead I came up with a list of my favorite songs from each of the Psychopathic artists, including the former ones. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right in this, starting off with ICP. Now, in another video, I also stated, I think it was the Juggalo Chain letter, when I was asked what my favorite horrorcore song was, I had stated that it was ICP's Pass Me By. And even that, again, I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. I gave that one the title because that was the song that got me into ICP. But after putting more thought into it, it actually turns out that my favorite song by ICP would have to be Behind the Paint. And the reason I say Behind the Paint is, yes, while Pass Me By was the song that got me into ICP, Behind the Paint was the song that made me click with ICP. That was the song I related to the strongest when I first got into ICP, to a point where I latched on kind of emotionally to the music. So ICP's Behind the Paint is my favorite ICP track. My favorite Twisted track is Marsh Lagoon. That one is one of the first Twisted songs I had heard, and I really just love the beat and the kind of real overtone of the song, because that shit really happens in real life. And I don't know, I'm not going to come on here and try to sound like some badass, like I'm evil deep down inside, but everybody has those evil thoughts. And so when you hear Violent J say there's a darkness inside of me, I can't even think of his fucking line right now. So, but I related to that a lot because I used to have real bad anger problems when I was a kid, to a point where I actually had counseling. And so now I kind of feel like if I get worked up, I feel like there's this darkness inside. And yeah. Favorite Blaze track. Blaze is actually, I don't know if I stated this publicly or not, but Blaze is actually one of my least favorite Psychopathic artists. Don't get me wrong, I love him on Lotus and Riders, but I feel like when he's by himself, he's not as, it's kind of like with Tech 9, whenever he is on one of his artists' tracks, one of the Strange Music artists' track, it's like they go harder. He motivates them. I kind of feel like the same way with Blaze. When he's by himself, he's doing good, but I'm just not feeling him. But when he's with Dark Lotus or Psychopathic Riders, he's like fucking stepping it up, and I like him a lot better when he's a part of them. I don't know. I just haven't really felt Blaze a whole lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some of his songs. I like some of his albums. I like the songs that are on there. I don't gravitate to Blaze very often. It's very rare that I'm like, you know what, I want to listen to some Blaze today. However, my favorite song by him is the Dead Body Man 2002 cover that he did of ICP's song Dead Body Man. I really love the way that song turned out. It's fucking beautiful. And the beat's pretty awesome. That's really all I can say about that. Next up is ABK. Favorite ABK track is Last Chance. That is a really deep, meaningful song that just hits you the fucking heartstrings, man. Moving right along, Boondocks. Cold Cruel World off of Crimson Creek is my favorite Boondocks track. In 2008, I went through a really rough time. I was feeling very lonely, very bored. I didn't do a lot that year. I spent a lot of time just hanging out playing games in my bedroom at my grandma's house. Yeah, I was that guy at one point. And I just went through this spell of depression, and that song was what I latched onto. So, next up, we have Big Hoodoo. Favorite track is Give It Life. I love the beat, just straight off the bat. As soon as the song starts, it's boom, 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 boom. I love it. Very Frankensteinish, and I love it. Just What more can I say? I love it. Next up, we have Dark Lotus. The song is Headache. Me and Panic have talked about this in the past. Whenever I hear the word mentioned Dark Lotus, the very first thing that it comes into my head is the intro to Headache. The you know, that's the very first. If you say Dark Lotus, that's what's playing in my head. Psychopathic Riders, my favorite song by them is Candy. They took a Lil Wayne beat and saved it. That beat is actually really fucking awesome, but Lil Wayne just couldn't handle it, I guess. And every one of the riders came on and just flowed over that beat so nice and made a fucking dope ass song out of it. And lastly, the Killjoy Club. I threw in the super groups at the last there just because. But my favorite Killjoy Club song is Surprise. It set that album off really awesomely. And it's just one of those kind of in-your-face kind of anthems. And I like it a lot. I drink all flavors of Fagel, so fuck Shasta. Whoa, spellcaster, drunken old bastard. Surprise, when we trade blows, I throws mine faster. But that's the list I came up with, guys. And, you know, like I said, I put Pass Me By on top as ICPs and crossed it out later because I put more thought into it. And Pass Me By was the gateway song, but it wasn't the one that really just kind of, I'm a fucking juggalo. I love this shit, man. It was Behind the Paint. That has to take the title as my favorite ICP track just because it did that for me. It cemented a love that was already building. So I did not include Axe Murder Boys because I haven't had a chance to get into them. If I had to pick one, Outlaw off of the Let 'Em Bleed Volume 4. I didn't include DJ Clay because he more so does the mixtapes. If I was going to say DJ Clay, my favorite song would be Let's Ride featuring Tech 9. That was pretty good. Who else? If I'm going to talk about formers, I haven't really heard a lot of Zug Island, so I can't really name one there. Motown Rage, I would have to say Reason off of Psychopathics from Outer Space Part 3. I have actually finally listened to that album. I had to download it digitally off of iTunes because you can't find physical copies for shit of that album, of their With Us or Against Us that they released for 2009. And then next thing you know, they're off of Hatchet House. Who else has there been? And no, I'm not going to name an Esham because I do not like Esham. I think that's it. I think that is it for the Psychopathic rosters, former and present. Yeah, I think so. So there you go. Greta, I did not name my top 5 favorite Psychopathic songs. I gave you a favorite track from each artist. So there you guys go. Just a little bit more about me and my likes and my interests. So thanks for watching, y'all.